Forrest Frank ini penyanyi artis yang lagi ngetop, artis Kristen, penyanyi lagu rohani luar negeri ya, bahasa Inggris. Banyak lagu-lagunya yang sudah viral di mana-mana, di TikTok juga rame ya. Tapi mungkin kalau orang Indo mungkin agak kurang tahu, oh ini lagunya Forrest Frank atau bukan gitu ya. Kamu bisa cek aja di Google karena kalau aku puterin lagunya nanti nggak bisa tayang videonya gitu. Jadi coba dicek aja di YouTube, banyak kok videonya Forrest Frank. Lagu-lagunya asik-asik juga, tapi memang musik-musik zaman now sih, zaman sekarang gitu. Nah, dia punya insiden baru-baru ini, beberapa minggu atau bulan yang lalu, tergantung kamu nonton video ini kapan juga. Tapi pokoknya di tahun 2025 pertengahan gitu ya. Ada sebuah insiden yang menimpa dia jatuh dari skateboard dan tulang belakangnya patah. Ya, simpelnya mungkin seperti itu. Detailnya kita dengarkan bagaimana mujizatnya dia bisa sembuh dalam waktu secepat, kalau nggak salah 2 minggu. Langsung kita dengar aja.
The skateboard shot out from under him like a rocket. Forrest Frank's body flew backward through the air, and then came the sickening crack as his spine slammed into the concrete edge of the sidewalk. His 2-year-old son ran over asking, but Frank couldn't even answer. He just laid there, paralyzed by pain, knowing something was horribly wrong. The security camera captured every brutal second. What happened next would shock doctors, stun millions of followers, and prove that some things are still impossible until God shows up. His wife Grace rushed outside, and within minutes, EMTs were loading him into an ambulance. At the hospital, the X-rays and CT scans revealed the devastating truth. Frank had suffered multiple fractures to his L3 and L4 vertebrae. These aren't minor injuries. These are life-altering, career-ending breaks that normally take months or even years to heal properly. The pain was unlike anything Frank had ever experienced. For 2 solid weeks, he couldn't move even an inch without excruciating agony shooting through his entire body. Simple tasks like rolling over in bed became impossible challenges. He was completely dependent on a back brace just to function, and even then, every movement was torture. Frank later described it as the most helpless he'd ever felt in his life. This is a man who had just seen his song, Your Way's Better, break into the Billboard Hot 100, whose album, Child of God, had dominated Christian charts for 35 straight weeks. Now he was trapped in bed, wondering if his career was over. But instead of wallowing in despair, Frank did something incredible. From his hospital bed, barely able to move, he grabbed his guitar and started creating music.
I think I'm gonna just sing whatever pops out, and then I'm gonna build the chords around it. God's got my back. That's the lowest hanging fruit right there. God's got my back. I felt that one.
What came out was pure worship. The song was raw, honest, and filled with faith despite his circumstances. Within hours of posting clips, the song exploded across social media with hundreds of thousands of views. Frank also created another track called Lemonade with the Figs, literally turning his painful lemons into musical lemonade. What Frank didn't know was that his accident had sparked something massive in the Christian community. Word spread quickly through social media, but the most powerful moment came on July 28th at the Ohio State Fair. Christian artist and pastor Torrin Wells was performing for thousands when he made an unexpected decision. He stopped his show and addressed Frank's situation directly.
Anything God designs, the enemy seeks to destroy. And I don't think it's a coincidence, whether you love these people's music or not, that an artist like Forrest Frank, who's about to go on probably a historic music tour, not just Christian tour, will be skateboarding in his driveway and break his back. How many of y'all think that's a coincidence? No, it's an attack. And it's not just an attack on a person, it's an attack on something that God is doing in the earth. And so what I thought would be cool is if we sent a video to Forrest and let him know that there's 5,000 people in Ohio praying for him.
When Frank received that video, he was completely overwhelmed. Nothing could have prepared me for that, he wrote.
I'm speechless right now. That many people praying for me. Who am I to be used by God? Feeling really thankful. Really thankful.
Then came day 14, August 2nd, 2025. Frank woke up that morning and something felt different. Without thinking, he got out of bed and started his normal routine. He picked up his son Bodhi, moved around the house, and then suddenly realized something shocking. He wasn't wearing his back brace. For 2 weeks, he couldn't move an inch without that brace and excruciating pain. But now, he was walking around, lifting his child, completely pain-free.
Guys. Do you want to tell him?
What do you mean?
I'll tell him. Guys. So I broke my back exactly 2 weeks ago. It's today day 14. Got an x-ray and a CAT scan. It showed that I had multiple fractures. Could not move an inch without excruciating pain.
You wake up today.
I wake up today, forget to put on my back brace, just start doing the morning. I pick Bodhi up, and then I realize, wait, I'm not wearing my brace. What is going on? I'm wearing my brace right now for precaution. Order an urgent x-ray, go get the x-ray. I have complete healing in my back. I have no fractures in my back. No sign of a fracture in my back.
Where there had been multiple fractures just days before, there was now nothing. Complete healing. No signs of breaks, no scar tissue, no evidence that his vertebrae had ever been damaged. Even a neurosurgeon, who examined the scans, confirmed that the original fractures were absolutely real, and the healing was medically impossible.
Boom. Big. Or am I just making that up? That looks clean, that looks fractured. I think that's that right there, right? They're complete. Look at that. Boom. Did we see a miracle? Was it just insane rapid recovery? Peace. God bless you guys.
The response was immediate and overwhelming. Frank's announcement received over 1.18 million likes within hours. Fellow Christian artists flooded the comments with praise. The songs Frank had written during his injury, God's Got My Back and Lemonade, both rocketed to #1 on Apple Music across all genres. What started as his lowest moment had become a testimony that reached millions of people worldwide. Frank himself believes God's timing was perfect. I'm pretty much convinced God would have healed me day one from all these prayers. But he wanted these songs and this testimony to come to life.
Aku percaya mujizat itu nyata sampai saat ini karena Tuhan kita masih hidup dan akan selalu hidup, dan dia memang Tuhan yang hidup. Kita sembah Allah yang hidup dan dia masih berkuasa, dia masih bekerja sampai saat ini. Artinya mujizatnya juga masih ada, karena kamu nggak bisa pisahin antara Tuhan dan mujizat. Kalau kamu percaya Tuhan ada, mujizatnya pun masih ada sampai detik ini. Itu aja untuk hari ini. Tuhan Yesus memberkati.